Welcome to the Any Key Video Show, the place and platform for indie creatives. I'm your host, Kenny Any Key Moore. We're back talking rap in this episode. My guest has some new music out. Before we start the show, would you do two things for me? First, go like and subscribe to the Minds of Creativity YouTube channel so you can check out the rest of the content and get alerts when new shows are available. Second, subscribe to my YouTube channel at coach underscore ANYKENY and follow me on social media at coach underscore ANYKENY on X, TikTok, and Instagram so you can check out other episodes of the show and keep up with the rest of the stuff that I'm doing. All right, my guest is ready. I'm ready. So let's start the show. Now joining me is Etano. He's a rapper from the Raleigh, North Carolina area. He also does A&R and works on music festivals and released his new single in a unique way. Now, let's bring him on to talk about it. Etano, welcome to the show. Thanks for being on. How you doing?
What's going on? What's going on? It's a great night. I appreciate you sitting with me and talking.
For sure, for sure. So listen, man, I won't take up too much of your time. Let's get right into it. What I like to do is whenever someone's on with me for the first time, I always start the interview with this question. Tell me your earliest memory or the moment you fell in love with music.
Oh man. Earliest memory, fell in love with music. You know what? I'm gonna tell the truth about this one. My
Come
very
on.
very first memory with music, where I actually enjoyed it, was I was 2 years old when the Hot Boys Back That A Up song dropped. So I remember because I was doing something bad too. I was like 2 years old. And I was playing in my mom's makeup kit or something. And I thought it was candy, so I was smashing it up and all kinds of stuff. Then I heard that song come on. Next thing you know, I'm standing on her bed jumping, and she done walked in on me like that. So
Oh, wow. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I've been doing this show for let's say maybe 3 or 4 years now. You by far have the most unique answer for, for that question.
man,
Oh
that was
man,
that was man, that was a memory.
that's a great one. I love it. I love it. So listen, what's the rap scene like in North Carolina, specifically where you're from in Raleigh?
So, well, I got one correction to make. So I'm actually closer to the Wilmington area.
Okay.
So the way and I'm actually I'm rural America too. That's where I'm born bred. So honestly, I would say North Carolina's culture as a whole with music, it's it's the word I would use is various.
Okay.
It's this is where, like, yes, there is a North Carolina style, there's a North Carolina flow for how we do things, but really and truly, I haven't been to one city in North Carolina where all the artists, like the ones that people were talking about, they didn't sound the same as everybody. It sounds like a place. It's like everybody else's sound comes here and finds a home until it became something else. That's the best way I can put it.
That's interesting. So it almost sounds like it's almost like a gumbo situation where it's just a bunch of different styles that come together, and then you just get a meshing of all of that. Is that accurate?
Basically, because North Carolina has the most major cities out of any southern state. So you can hit six major cities in just
That's
this one
true.
state all in a day,
Yeah,
really.
I never thought about that, but that is so true.
So it's very different compared to other places I've been to.
Gotcha. So talk about some of the other work that you do. You do A&R as well as you work on music festivals. Talk about that. Talk about that work that you do in those two different areas.
So I'm somebody who I'm somebody I like to see everybody have a chance to do their best. And especially when being dealing with music and entertainment and stuff like that, a lot of people don't feel like that's a good way to be. But for me, honestly, and it's really due to my faith, honestly, if I really put it on like what is the foundation here. But because of my faith, I'm not a fool with it, but I feel like I should try to help, my culture be better, be more, I ain't gonna necessarily say honest or good, but at least have some people in there that actually do carry that fire with them. So as an A&R, I like to help artists get their first. A lot of times I work with independent artists, so I like to help them get their first, major label situation
That's
if
what's up.
that's what they want. Or if they don't want that, then I can consult them or put them onto the shows that I do or put them onto the festivals that I'm a part of, because I've been at this for 10 different years from different angles
Got you.
and not always as an artist. So really my passion to see, myself elevate and to see other people elevate turn into me being an A&R who works with artists to help them, develop, and then also being a festival organizer for people who they just want to perform, and not just perform, but they're actually good too. They're the public sees them, but the industry might not yet.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. What have been some festivals in some areas of specific like cities that you've worked in terms of music festivals?
So the most recent one was Richmond, Virginia, the Chance to Star
Okay.
Music Festival. We did the first one this year. I performed in the Southern Soul Music Festival, the Peachy King Southern Soul Music Festival in August. I did that in Shelby, North Carolina.
Okay.
Um, I've been a part of some other festivals in New York City. I did one, yeah, in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Did my own personal Feisty Fest event. That's something that I organized and took all over the East Coast and into Hollywood as well. Was, let me see, yeah, Feisty Fest. I did that in New York. I did that in the Bronx and Buffalo.
Wow, that's my home borough.
Um,
That's what's up. I love it.
oh, what you from
I'm
the
originally from the
Bronx?
Bronx. Yes, sir.
And I'm always cool with people from the Bronx. Love the Bronx. The Bronx always takes care of me when I go to New York.
That's what's up.
And so it's a lot of different places I've been to. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So
Okay.
I've been around doing different events, and it's gotten to the point now where I'm blessed to have a great partnership where I can actually put festivals together and then present all of the artists, because we had over 70 artists this year.
Wow.
Present all of the artists over that course of 3 days, something that they felt was vital to their career. That is by far the Chance to Start Music Festival team. That's by far our crowning achievement, I'll say.
I got you. So, well, I'm from the Bronx, but I live in Jacksonville, Florida now.
Okay.
So we have a huge music festival every year, Memorial Day weekend, where it just pretty much takes over downtown of the city, right? So I'm just
Well,
curious, since you work on music festivals, kind of talk about the process of putting it together, how the logistics of it, how long does it take from initial thought or initial idea to actually putting it together and actually doing the actual festival?
mm, mm. I say it varies based on what you're trying to offer,
Okay.
but I will definitely say do not try to organize one real fast in like no 3 months process. This is not a party. Um,
Right.
do not do
Yeah.
not try to do it if you ain't got an idea on how to get your coins right, because you definitely want to be able to provide this idea with everything that you can. So I would say, honestly, for us, it takes a good 8 months to a year to actually plan
Makes
a
sense.
full festival, especially something that's going to last multiple days.
Makes sense. And how many people are on your team that works with you?
So the team has grown from the first one. Originally it was five of us in total, I believe. Now it is, you have your main admin, which is about six of us, and then you have a team of DJs, artists, dancers, different people that represent different communities that are a part of our planning committee as well.
Okay, that's dope. Because as they say, teamwork makes the dream work. So I'm sure with these festivals, it's a huge undertaking. So you need a really big team. So that's really dope to hear. All right, so we talked about the stuff that you're doing and the work that you're doing, both behind the scenes and in terms of out in the industry. Let's talk about your music now.
All right.
So I'm curious. I was reading a little bit of another interview. So talk about your writing process and how you create your music.
Um, I'm a very spiritual person, so I like to take my inspiration from anything. And when I say anything, it's I I take I take everything that's going on to have some form of a meaning. I hope I'm making this thought make sense. But when it comes to me writing, sometimes it can come in the spur of a moment.
Hmm.
Sometimes it can come over time. Sometimes I'll do something where I might not necessarily be going through at the current moment, but I went through it in the past, or I know it's coming. And I'll write the song and I might even forget about it and then hear a beat in the studio and it's like, man, everything I wrote for the night is nothing near what I need. So
Hmm.
then you go digging in the archives a little bit
Sure,
and it's like,
sure.
oh snap, I wrote this when? Let me use that. So my writing process, it normally starts off as, I don't know, I could have a dream. I could have went through something traumatic, something nice, something happy, It's not always the same thing, but once it starts, it's I gotta stop right where I'm at and do it.
I got you. I got you.
Or if I'm somewhere where I can't write it, I gotta, think about it in my mind until I can get to that point.
Hmm.
And a lot of times it just flows. And I've gotten to the point now where I can definitely do it anywhere, at any time. I've been writing since I was like 13, man.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think the thing about um, creativity is you never know when inspiration hits you. So you have to be open to it, and then when it hits you, you gotta write it down or put it in your phone or whatever. Find a moment to be able to capture it because you don't know when you're gonna get it again. So I
Exactly.
totally get that. I totally get that. All right, so you got the single "God Got Me" out now. So
Yep,
tell
yep.
me the inspiration behind that, and then how it was created.
All right. So God got me. The inspiration behind God got me actually getting saved. And not saved in a means of like I got saved and then I immediately, you know, started just clapping my hands and listening to gospel music and I just shook all these things up. No. It was I finally accepted that Jesus Christ is the truth.
Okay.
And and I explored other faiths. I explored other ideals. I explored other
Mm,
ideologies.
okay.
And I am not, I don't even consider myself the greatest or a even the best example of how to follow Jesus Christ, but I will say I'm somebody who has definitely seen him save his hind parts several times over.
I get it.
and and I wanted to make a song marking that transition because even as I'm working on myself and my walk and my faith and stuff, it's I still got that urgency to make music. That's a gift from God in itself.
Sure.
And I want to make sure that the words that I'm putting out there to exist in this reality for a prolonged period of time, I want it to resonate pureness, but victory,
Got it.
like victory. So it's like I was going through a lot when I was going through a lot of really just these last few years. And that song for me is a chain breaking type of song. It's my
Gotcha.
war cry.
Gotcha.
And I want other people who have been through a lot or been through something or dealing with it right now. I want them to know too. There's victory at the end of this, and
Love
you
it.
will be you will be you will be screaming out your war cry in front of victory's door one day. And I hope you play God Got Me when you do it. So
I love it.
yeah,
That's what's up. I really like that. Um, so most people release their music on all the streaming platforms, but you chose to release yours strictly on Bandcamp. Tell me your
yeah.
thought process behind that decision.
Who? All right. Big bad people from the industry, please don't come at me when I say this because I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna say it anyway.
Hey,
Like
speak the
y'all
truth.
can. So man, they robbing us.
Keep it real.
They're robbing us. People, when y'all see this, I want y'all to hear me when I say this and call it whatever you want to, but I'm gonna tell the facts on this one. So imagine, your favorite artist could come to your city if all you paid was $1. $1. Now, I'm not talking about play his music 300 times because you're gonna do that. But even when you play it 300 times, he still has not made $1.
Speak the
What
truth.
you what you really seeing, like when you stream music on, these big apps that people are paying, $80 a year or $50 a year for distribution, that third that tier one stuff, whatever. All right, so your favorite artist is only making point zero zero zero
Hmm.
3 cent.
Yes, these are facts. These are facts.
And if they're fortunate enough to be on a platform that gets them to an even higher paying platform, like let's say YouTube, they're still only making point zero 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 5 cents. That's what they're making. So what I'm doing now, and I'm not the first person to do this. I'm
Mhm.
far from it, but I'm definitely making a point by doing it. I'm gonna give it straight to the people. There was a point in time where in music, if somebody was heard a million times, that means a million people got off their butts to go buy that.
Mhm.
So even if all I get is 11 people to download it, 110 people, or even 1,000, I made more doing that and can now do more with my music to everybody's enjoyment who invested. Because that's what it is. It's an investment. I give you good music and entertainment and something that you can worship and pray to, whatever. I'll do that. And
Mhm.
you help fund it. You help make it happen. People, that's how this game really works. I'm giving million
100%.
dollar game right here. So I'm going directly to people. And in that, even if only 10 people buy it, right? That is more than what I did with another song which streamed 150,000 plus times.
Mhm.
Those 10 people. Y'all gotta hear what I'm saying. Your favorite artist that you love so much that you will put on repeat, they ain't really making it off the streams. And that's what they keep trying to tell you. And so me, I'm not big time or nothing like that, but I'm real. So I'm making a point and I'm showing people, one, it can be done. And anybody that supports the mission, just know we're making a point and showing people it can be done. And there's people that really care about real music. I mean, once you buy it, you download it, it's yours. You got it as
Mhm.
many times as you want. It can be your
That's right.
ringtone, whatever. It's yours. You can share it or not. But you also just supported a real culture that right now is, I ain't gonna lie, everybody know hip hop ain't on them charts right now.
No, these are you speaking facts.
So everybody knows it's not on them charts right now. And part of the reason is hip hop really grew because we could get in front of people and rap. Like, and that's with any other genre too. Rap was, people really were amazed by rap. Not at the fact that people could rhyme words. People been rhyming words. It's the
Mhm.
fact that you could really walk up on these people, or not necessarily walk up on them, but go to a show and he bust a freestyle that he's never done before.
Mhm.
Like, or he showed up and you've been listening to his music all your life, and then finally he's got this concert and boom. But when they not really making it off these streams and these big labels got to do what they got to do to get the money, then you get AI, you get light
Yeah,
shows.
yeah, yeah. Nah, it's you speaking the truth. I think, like you said, you're not the only person that has gone this route. Shout out to my guy Jason Hendrickson. He's out in New York. He's in Brooklyn. He's another guy that's used Bandcamp and did a release on Bandcamp first before before he released to the DSP. So I think the model that you're using, I think, is going to be the model that indie artists are going to uh, adapt to and adjust to and need to adjust to be able
Yeah,
to be able to recoup some of the money that you want to recoup on your sales. So I don't think, like I said, I don't think you're doing anything out of the ordinary. I think this is going to be the new normal, to be honest with
and that's what, even in some of the meetings that I've been in, now speaking more on the A&R side, that's really what these companies are starting to go to. if you know anything about the last 5 years, if you know anything about the underground scene, been keeping up, there was a lot of stuff going on that ultimately did not bode well for major labels. And it dealt with streams. It dealt with knowing whether or not those were legitimate streams. That's me not saying too much. But like, because of stuff like that, and because of how people are adjusting, because people are the power, those labels are now turning to things like, all right, so how much do you physically make? Because imagine having somebody who they got 100 million streams, but then you have a concert tour with these people and they can't pack out the venue they're in. Now we people, we want to know, is it real? Like,
Yes.
that's it. So that's where the game is. So now it's not necessarily CD out the trunk era no more, but you definitely do got to get out there. You got to be outside. And if you're not, well, you know, there's a lot of people who are. I'll just say that.
No, that's facts. That's a fact. So, um, talk about and shout out your collaborators and anyone that helped with the production and release of God Got Me.
Mm, who do I want to shout out first? I want to shout out the producer real quick. Be Yourself, my guy. You know, I found that beat on Snapchat. On a
Really?
Snapchat, he posted it on Snapchat, just letting people hear some of the beats that he made. Cause
Yeah,
like, Be Yourself is dope, but he's not like one of the most known producers. He needs to be. He really deserves to be. But like,
that's what's up.
he's not right now. But he is very good at his craft. And he had that beat playing on his Snapchat, man. And he hadn't gave it to anybody else. As soon as I heard it, I was like, hey man, look, man, let me talk to you real quick. Like, I
Yeah, I like you, dog.
I hit him up and I was like, I want that beat. I said
Yeah.
that beat would be perfect for something I'm trying to do right now. And we talked about it a little bit, and I let him know like, hey man, I'm trying to put together this, tape. I already made one tape, but that's secular. I don't want to release that. I want to do this clean Christian rap tape. Like, let me do this.
Hmm.
And he was like, definitely, man. He sold it to me for he sold it to me for a great price. I'll say that. And so, like, went to the studio. Um, Shout out my man's Hollywood who engineered the track. Right there in Wilmington, North Carolina. And kid y'all not, that that hook was not the original hook.
Mm.
Like, that hook, I went in there and I typed up some things for the verse, but I just heard that hook on the way to the studio. Like,
Wow.
I kid you not, I fasted that week. And because I was
Okay.
nervous about creating a Christian rap track. I'd already attempted it and it was like I couldn't get it done at all. But this
Wow.
time I was like, God, I really want to do something that glorifies your name, but like, I don't know what to say. I got these words, but I don't know if I can fill them. And I spent the whole week really preparing myself to go in here because I'm trying to move from the secular rap world to something where I feel
Okay.
like, and I'll be honest with anybody, I was moving to something where I felt like maybe I won't be accepted as much, but I'm doing this for God anyway. I've already put enough secular out there. I literally have over 100 songs and like that out there. Let me at least do this one for God, and let's see
Yes.
how it turns out. And so, yeah, going into the studio, I freestyled that hook. Um, it was a feeling, really. It was a whole feeling. So the hook came out, then I went in on the verse. I think it took about an hour to get the song like completely done. And guys, we gonna keep it raw. We gonna keep the truth going right here. There was so much weed in that studio. Like, there was these guys were basically enjoying themselves. Like, I've never been to this studio before.
Wow.
And but they were making music, but it was the
Hmm.
atmosphere.
I got
And
you.
so, but one of them, he had experience with gospel music. And
Okay.
so I'm like, you know what? I ain't judging, and I'll be honest with y'all. I felt comfortable.
Okay.
Like I felt comfortable because that's how I grew making music, like around that atmosphere. So I
Mm-hmm.
got comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, hey, we getting ready to shine some light in here. And so made the song. When I got done with the song, I kid you not, everybody received it well. Everybody
Great.
like those, but you know what? That song is for God's people who might be fighting through something and you wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
know. You wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
know what kind of victory this person done won. I look at every single person, especially now. I look at every single person as a victory story that's still being told, because
For
it
sure.
takes a lot for one person to be here, and
100%.
God got me is an ode to that.
Yeah. I think, first of all, the title itself is going to be relatable to any and everybody because that's something that you're going to say whenever you're going through any situations in life. So that's a mantra, that's an anthem
Yo,
that can be relatable for any and everybody. So that's why I think the song is going to work. So I love it. All right. So as we get ready to wrap up and get you out of here, tell my audience what's next for you and then how they can connect and follow you on social media.
all right, so everybody, I host as well as I yeah, I host as well as perform. I am I'm on social media. You can find me on Instagram at brassot9. You can also follow Nation 9, which is my brand. That's my label as well. You can follow us at Nation 9, spelled in the number 9 NE music. Also on IG. You can find me on Instagram. You can type in Etano, or you can put in Brass of the Nine, whatever you can find me. Um, I got a lot. I got a lot to say, but I'm gonna make it quick. So, for the artists out there, if you want your opportunity to star in a festival, to actually have people that never seen you before check you out, come gain exposure, sell your merch, sell tickets, whatever you want to do. If that's what you're looking for an opportunity to grow and actually connect with some people that want to grow with you. Check out the Chance to Star Music Festival. Come to the March 14th audition that I'm doing in Raleigh, North Carolina. Make sure you guys tap in through the social media. You can follow us at Chance to Star Music, or I'm sorry, just Chance to Star, and DM. Y'all want to ask any questions about the music, the moves, anything going on? DM. I'm talking. So that's all I got to say. Oh, performing November 22nd in Durham, North Carolina as well. Check out the Gospel Explosion.
Okay. And then give them the website, give them the Bandcamp website where they can go get the song.
Go to Bandcamp. And well, actually, I'll say this: if you follow me on Instagram, you will be able to see the link as well. But when you go to Bandcamp, God Got Me by Etano. Make sure you guys tap in, find that, download it. It's just $1. It's just $1, and that $1 speaks volumes. Make sure that when you do it, you play it everywhere. Make sure you let me know too. Like I said, hit me in the DMs. We could talk. I can definitely let you in on everything that's going on. I have no problem doing that. I'm here for the unity and the love. That's what I'm here for.
For sure. So, all the indie artists, whenever you check this out, tap in with my guy because he's creating a platform. This is the one platform, but he's creating a platform where you could go out on the road and actually, be a part of festivals and promote your brand, expand your brand, and get out here in different markets and be able to expose your music. So, definitely tap in with my guy. So, Etano, listen, man. Appreciate a few minutes of your time. All the best with the music, with the festivals, and with all the work that you're doing. And thanks for being on Any Key Video Show.
Hey, everybody, make sure y'all tap in with my man's. Appreciate you for your time. I appreciate you for hearing me out.
Yes, sir. Thanks. All right. That was Etano. And that's going to be it for this episode of the Any Key Video Show. Again, I want to thank Etano for joining me. If you have any questions, comments, or like your brands or services to be advertised or promoted on the show, or if you want your video to be featured on the show, send an email to kanmusicpub@gmail.com. Again, that's kanmusicpub@gmail.com. Subscribe to the Minds of Creativity YouTube channel, which is a part of the All Sports All Plays network, so you can check out the rest of the content and so you can get the alert when new episodes are available. You can become a patron on my Patreon page. Just go to patreon.com/ANYKENY to get exclusive access to new content and free show merchandise. Or you can order your merchandise at the online store, which is KANMcollective.threadless.com. Again, that's KANMcollective.threadless.com. Shout out to all my patrons and people who have ordered merchandise. Really appreciate your support. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Coach_ANYKENY and follow me on social media at Coach_ANYKENY on X, TikTok, and Instagram, and on my Facebook music page, Any Key Music, which is spelled capital ANY, capital KE, lowercase b, lowercase n, and capital Y. So until next time, remember, be positive on purpose.